And I read all the texts, and he basically took her away from me.
I think I'm gonna rip this dude apart a cappella style.
Your boy is back!
Yes!
How's it going, everybody? After a while of hearing Cyraxx mention that his life was just so much better beforehand, 2024, worst year of his life, 2023, worst year of his life, but back in 2017, 2018, those were the golden years, weren't they? Well, I'm here to tell you guys that they were the exact same thing. Cyraxx's golden era of his life was just boredom. He would sit there, make music, beg people on Facebook to go watch it, and guess what? No one really cared. There was one, maybe two people who were scrolling through, and one person probably felt bad for him, and the other person realized they found comedy gold and was just sitting there watching all day. That's the only thing I could imagine. But even when there was people who found him, was like, I'm gonna help this guy. He's always telling these sob stories and how good his music is. I'm gonna give him a chance. And it was always the rinky-dink labels or just someone scrolling through and was like, I'm gonna befriend Cyraxx. It took him about 1-2 days of friendship for him to completely ruin it. Does that seem familiar to anyone else? It's not like he does the same exact thing nowadays. And you guys know Cyraxx, he claims to have such a thick skin, but you can't have a thick skin if all someone has to say to you is, you could probably work on your vocals there, and then all of a sudden you want to rap battle him? And the week we're going to look back into Cyraxx's life around 2018 is just so telling of everything that's to come in his life. Because at the beginning of the week, he has a girlfriend. He's signed to a rinky-dink label. His dreams and hopes, they're prospering. He thinks he's going to make it somewhere, guys. But because of his attitude, he goes from losing his girlfriend, losing his best friend, to then getting exposed in just true Cyraxx fashion. In fact, before Kate, there was this girl.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Chance, aka Dark Blade, Shadow Blade, whatever you want to call me. Now, I wasn't gonna do this. I didn't want to do this, but this little motherfucker needs to be dealt with. So I am going to invite you all to watch me destroy this little fucker once and for all. I just want to know one thing. Why? You got talent, you got skill, yet you choose to sit up on Band Lab and talk shit about me. Yeah.
Are you not watching it anymore?
Yeah, I'll be out there in a bit.
I'm just wondering because your coffee's still up here.
Yeah. Alright, it's one thing to rip on me and hate shit like that. Alright, whatever. But for you to go and report my shit on BandLab and have my music taken down like that, bruh, what the fuck? Me and my brother Eric put time and effort into that track. Oh, wait, I know what it is. You're a scared little pussy. All you want to do is motherfucking talk shit to me. I don't give a fuck about you. I don't care what you think that you can do to me. I thought I told you, son, you ain't never gonna motherfucking with a God. You don't know what I can do to you. I got armies of demons at my control, ready to take aim and come at you. They will cut our mother. Stop. I'm taking my career straight to the top, running right past you. All you want is a little motherfucking hating bastard. Wanna talk shit up on Band Lab, acting like you hot shit. But compared to me, really, dude, you ain't shit. Don't fuck with a God. Cause you don't know what me or my crew can do to you. You step to one of us, you step to all of us. But the real question from me to you is this. Why rip on my shit? Why waste your time and energy on spreading hate when you've actually got some dope shit? I heard your stuff, dude. I have heard your music. You're good. You're really good. I'm not gonna lie. You've got talent. Dog, you brought this on yourself. I ripped you up twice on BandLab because of the shit you were talking. And for you to go and have my shit that me and my brother Eric were working on banned, all because you're pissed that I tore your ass apart like the little coward that you are, that's when you took it too far, man. Because like I said, I love your music, honestly, dude. You got great shit. Not gonna lie. But for you to do that is like, what the You know, like I told you, man. The minute that you had my shit taken down that me and my brother Eric were working on, that's the minute that you yourself over. That's the minute that you asked to get your ass ripped up by a motherfucking god of the underground.
It's a real shame we've lost the battle rap Cyraxx. Back in the day when someone challenged him even just a little bit, the first thing that was going to happen to you is a sincere diss track. The only diss track Cyraxx has dropped is on Marty, and you know what? That was his best music to date. There was real passion there, because all the other songs Cyraxx makes, like the little sad songs about his life and how he's going to come up and prosper, that's not real. As an artist, you gotta embody who you truly are. And Cyraxx, he's a rager. He's pure rage, scorched earth, very, very similar to Ethan Ralph. You know, you tell him one thing, well, guess what? Here's your entire backstory, well, what he knows of you. Except in the Ralph Amell, every functioning brain cell that he's got left will be just holding a grudge against all of his enemies. Cyraxx, he's got bigger things to think about. Or the little hamster running in his brain, he's just about as lethargic as Cyraxx is. The only thing that's going to get that hamster into go mode is just a little prodding from some other people. Even back then, think about it, in 2018 when there's like what, maybe 260 people who even know about him, they knew you just mess with his music a little bit and Cyraxx will get mad, he'll get on Facebook, and he'll do what he does the best. He'll rage out and make a diss track about you. It was hilarious. But did he really think about that all the way? No. He thought he was doing the right thing. Even now, when he jumps online, I kind of believe he thinks he's doing the right thing, but we know he's just digging his grave deeper. And that was a good freestyle, wasn't it? I know you guys enjoyed that one. But you know where Cyraxx really lost me? It wasn't the terrible lyrics, the bad flow, or the complete lack of melody. It was afterwards. After you drop a diss track, how dare you apologize and say the dude you're dissing is actually good? When J. Cole did that to Kendrick Lamar, I said, you know what? I am never, ever gonna listen to J. Cole again. And you know what, guys? Every time J. Cole accidentally slips onto my YouTube playlist or Spotify, I immediately take it off. You know what? I stand on that. And if you guys, you might not feel the same way, but I 100% do. If Cyraxx had one real fan back then, he lost them right then and there. They felt any type of way like me.
It's Chance. I seriously am in need of your guys' help right now, like really, really badly. So I'm going to invite all of you that I can to watch this, because I need help. I could end up in jail for something I didn't do. So I seriously need your guys' help on this. I'm scared. Well, me and her got to talking, got to know each other really well. We got to liking each other. Well, we did certain things on FaceTime because she wanted to FaceTime with me. So, we did what any normal couple would do, because she's in Texas, I'm here. And so, just normal couple type shit. This girl wanted money out of me. I didn't have it. I told her, I was like, I can raise the money within a week. Let me know. I can raise the money within a week. And that wasn't good enough for her, and I kept on trying for like hours to, talk to her and be like, look, give me more time. Little did I know that when me and her were doing those certain things on FaceTime, she was fucking recording the video. And I can tell you the title right off the bat. Chance Wilkins went in a webcam before
I'm just gonna jump in really quick to acknowledge how hilarious it is. Before Cyraxx says what he's about to, he realizes how awful it is, so he takes a quick look around. Sally in here? Is Ed perked out on the chair? Good. They don't hear this, alright guys, I'm gonna tell you what I've done, and it is god awful. Oh, here comes Sally. Oh, no.
It says right here, Chance Wilkins wins in webcam before an 8-year-old girl. What happens for him and for her family? This girl's got to be at least 18. If you guys click on the link above, go to her Facebook and tell me how old you guys think she looks. But this girl went and put a video of me that doesn't need to be on the web on the fucking internet. And now it's out there for the whole world to see. Go to Vimeo, report the out of that shit. Get that video taken down before it gets spread around everywhere, guys. Please. I am begging you. I need your guys' help on this. She needs to be reported to the police. The video needs to be taken down. Something's got to be done about this girl. Like, this girl got me f***ed up. This chick, was actually into me. Like, I really and truly did. And for her to turn around and do this, like, what the f***? Like, not only does that put my reputation on the line, this shit can end me up in jail where I don't need to f***ing be. I am super, I'm beyond words of belief of very, very, very upset. So, Linda, I am going to call you right now. Anybody else who's watching this, message me right the f*** now, and I will send you the goddamn link. Right now, this video has got to be stopped before it goes viral, guys. Please help me put an end to this.
So, the whole cokery stuff started with Kate, huh, Cyraxx? Looking a little iffy right now, but it is painfully obvious what has happened to Cyraxx during 2018. Someone was scrolling through Facebook, a scammer, most likely. They seen a very susceptible looking man, someone who might really want a little piece of something, if you catch what I'm picking up. And they were like, alright, let's go get him. And then they had a bright idea. Let's really rope him into it. We want some cash off this guy. The checks that he's got to get every month have to be high. So they're like, alright, we're going to be younger. We're going to pretend to be a cokery and we're going to talk to him. But this isn't The Legend of Zelda. No matter how good Cyraxx and swing sticks around, it's not Deku stick trained to defend some tree's honor. It's stick trained to fight off very large men who might want to take advantage of Cyraxx in a place he'll probably be if he keeps these actions up. Or not, Ohio doesn't really seem to care. But after a short minute of talking, and it would probably lasted a little bit longer, but she got all the evidence she needed because we know what Cyraxx likes to do as soon as he texts a female. It's horrendous, and the picture she was getting, she's like, I gotta end this right away. So she just completely plays her hand. She's like, you owe me money, and I'm gonna tell your entire family what you've done. Well, little did she know Cyraxx has no shame, and just a little bit later in the future, he would just burn all those bridges himself. And it wasn't even for this, because he just played it off to him real good. Oh, those people mess with me, I didn't do none of that.
But I'm sitting there kicking it on CSR2 with my crew, with Brett and Devin and Aaron Schoenberg and shit, and we're just sitting there killing it, man. Just sitting there on there with, with my brothers and shit, just doing what we do. He says to message him, so I'm like, alright, cool, message him. I figure maybe it's just, a message about music, or, maybe he want me to do something. I was like, alright, cool. Message him, see what's going down. He was like, who's that girl who's that person that you were with yesterday? And he was like, that girl that you're in that person that you're in that picture with, is that male or female? And I told him female. And he straight out said, because if you guys don't know, her nickname is Demix. It's been Demix for years now. I do the same stuff sometimes. Like, if you guys don't know, underneath my real name, I have Takumi Fujiwara, which is the main character from Initial D. And I actually got that nickname because of how I drift on a lot of these games and how good I've gotten over the years and how very proficient I've gotten with it. So they gave me that nickname. All right, cool. And he said, straight out said the most disrespectful thing ever. He was like, oh, well, that name she has up there it's stupid. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, it's dumb, and I was dumbfounded. Like, how the are you gonna sit there and make fun of one of my friends' names when how do you know that that's not their real name? Not that it is her real name, but point being, you know, for you to sit there and mess with one of my best friends, who's literally like one of the closest people who I've known since high school. Like, literally, she's one of the closest people in my life. Like, and for you to mess with her like that, dude, that just made you look like a fucking ass. Like, it's one thing to, you know, pick on somebody for something stupid. Like, you know, like my mom. We have this standing joke in my family. They never, to this day, they don't let me live this joke down, but there's this arcade game that I used to play as a kid in the stores. It was this really cool driving game. It was actually Cruising USA. But the joke is, because at that time I wasn't that good with driving on those games, I sucked at it. And I would always veer off into the grass and wind up hitting cows and shit. So to this day, they say that I'm a cow killer and that I don't know how to drive and that they're scared to drive with me. Like, it's a standing joke. Like, that's a joke. That's something funny. That's something to pick on somebody about. It's one thing to ask, you know, if they're male or female, because sometimes you can't tell the gender difference. Not your fault, dude. Like, I don't blame you for that. What I fault you on is sitting there making fun of somebody's name. That's what I fault you for. Like, that's f***ed up.
So if anyone's confused of why that person may think the name on that girl is stupid, I'm pretty sure Demyx is like a boy in the Kingdom Hearts franchise, so he's confused of why she's going by a boy's name. Now, that's not near as big of a concern as Cyraxx makes it out to be. In fact, it just really goes to show that Cyraxx has no idea how to banter. Alright, if you're going to have friends, they're probably going to say things you don't like every now and then. But you know how you deal with that, Cyraxx? You just joke and pick at them a little bit. And you know, they'll probably see, you know, I probably shouldn't have been making fun of that person. I was been a little mean. You know, I need to check myself every now and then. I don't know who I'm talking about. But what does Cyraxx do? For such a minor thing, he absolutely destroys his friendship with this guy. And throughout it, it kind of seems like the dude was taking the reasonable route. Like, you know, this is just kind of how I felt, you know, I don't know, it just seemed kind of stupid, I guess, Cyraxx. And Cyraxx, no, you're never going to disrespect my friend. How dare you sit there and talk to me? Me, of all people, the god of music. I mean, there's a reason you're messaging me. I thought you wanted me to lay a nice vocal track for you with my silky smooth rap vocals. But no, you're gonna sit there and disrespect my friend? Bro, it's on now. And you know what? He was thinking about dropping a diss track on this guy. Cyraxx, diss tracks aren't gonna solve all your problems. In fact, they seem to make plenty more for you. But like I said earlier, I'm all game for it. You really gotta appreciate, even when Cyraxx was younger, he's been a fan of racing games. And not once has he ever managed to get past the first turn. Could you imagine grinding out years and years of your life in one specific genre of a video game and still can't get past the first turn? It's so bad, even his family's like messing with him about it a little bit. Like, Cyraxx, you can't get past the first turn. I don't ever want to see you drive a real car. In fact, I think that might be why Cyraxx doesn't drive to this day. His like family messed with him and it just got stuck in his head that he can't drive, and now he'll forever be stuck on the first wall.
I was with my ex Heather, who treated me like complete shit at the time. That we weren't together after high school. You know, we started talking on Facebook. You know, like, we started talking to each other again on Facebook, getting to know each other again. So, you know, we sent, obviously, my Heather back to Pennsylvania. And when I say I mean that bitch slept with, I don't know how many people behind my back over Facebook. And, we were dating for the longest time. Like, we were happy. We were going to concerts together and stuff. And it just happened to be that her birthday was coming up that week. So, we decided to go to the bowling alley downtown for her birthday. We had everything planned out. And, we went over to her parents' house. And so, they came over, picked us up. Went over to, from my house to her grandparents' house. Her nephew, who at the time would basically be my nephew, because, we were together. We were sitting there and playing with our nephew and just having fun. And, we decided to go inside, join her dad in the living room, just, cuddle up on the couch and, just watch some TV and relax. Basically, everybody who was here at the time, like my older brother, even my best friend Eric, who was here as well, because he was staying the weekend, and we were just hanging out and bullshitting around. Well, she sat right there in front of all of us, told us that she didn't want to drink. But and we were like, good, like for your 21st birthday, that's great that you want to break that cycle of, you being the first person in your family to not want to drink. Like, my mom supported her. I supported her, obviously, 110% as well, because, I know what that's like. Her family members wound up peer pressuring her, like literally peer pressuring her into a drink. Because like, oh, like it's your 21st birthday, da 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 da, yada yada yada, blah 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 blah, and like I told them, I'm like, look, y'all need to fuck off. She sat right there and told me in front of everybody that she did not want to drink on her birthday, and me and her aunt got into it really fucking big time. Actually, like it got to the point to where I almost got us thrown out because her aunt was a real fucking bitch.
When it comes to meeting dads, no dude has ever had many good experiences. I imagine towards the later ends of your dating life, it gets better and better each time you deal with it because you get more experience. Well, then there's people like Cyraxx, who I can only imagine has very few experiences with this, and also has done it wrong every single time. So when a father first lays eyes on him, he's definitely not thinking, man, this guy hasn't bathed for 2 weeks, where's his grandma at? And he's not kind of cussing me right now, been entirely disrespectful, and when he's not, been disrespectful to me, he looks aloof, uncaring, lethargic, doesn't seem to have a job, and really no ideas of how to get one or make money off of his rap career. He's just kind of laying on my couch with his girlfriend, my daughter. Oh yeah, he's really looking good in the eyes. And then, on her 21st birthday, a good day, he's supposed to celebrate, her parents offer her some alcohol, which is normal for some parents to do. It's nothing crazy, but she says to Cyraxx, I don't really know if I want to do this. So Cyraxx takes that as, I am going to defend her with my entire life, my 120-pound frame. It's going to hurt right now to stop her from drinking. And from the way he's making it sound, they had a complete fallout after this because he took it way too far. She had probably decided, alright, you know what, I do kind of feel like drinking. Yeah, I'm crazy, I'm not going to end up like my parents after one drink, even though you definitely could. It's not the best idea, but, it is her 21st birthday. Let her live a little bit, Cyraxx. But no, what do? You get her kicked out from her parents' house, which is where she lives and where her birthday party was at. You ruined her entire birthday. People normally don't forgive things like that. But what do? Well, I'm gonna blame it on the father. I'm kind of gonna blame it on her, but that aunt, man, I really hate her aunt. If she didn't do this to me, I'd still have a girlfriend. It wasn't my actions at all. And then Cyraxx starts pulling an Ian Foot, and don't worry guys, we're gonna cover some Ian Foot.
It's my dad doing what he did, because my dad was, not just a regular drunk, like, he was one of those drunks that went back and forth between being very, very violent and just all around stupid and funny. So, it really f***ed with my head. It was like a guessing game with him. Like, which drunk is he this time? Is he the mean, up, want to f*** you up and always wanting to fight drunk? Or is he the drunk that's just going to make you laugh like a fucking idiot? And her aunt was like, oh, I don't give a shit, It's your 21st birthday. It's a rite of passage and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, bitch, whatever. And, me and her aunt got into it. And, Christina went back to drinking her drink. And my stupid ass at that time was still heated. But I looked at Christina. I'm like, look, you got two choices right now. You can either, go against your mom, your dad, your aunt, and do like we talked about and just put down the drink and, walk away from all this, and we can go back to my house. We can hang out. We can do whatever you want to do. Like, we can go wherever the f*** you want to go. And unfortunately, her family wouldn't let her do that, and they basically made her go back to drinking her drink, which I ultimately wound up going home that night very upset. Because I told her, I was like, look, it's either going to be me or that fucking drink. Like, if you continue to drink, we are, I can't do this. The day after the incident at the bowling alley, he sits there and is talking to her, I guess. And he legitimately, behind my back, asked her out. And because of her parents being the way they were towards me and not liking me for whatever reason, she basically had no choice but to say yes to dating him. You made a promise to me that you were not going to date her. And he's like, yeah, well, she kind of came to me and da-da-da. It's like, no, mother. I know you've done this shit before to other people. She didn't come to you, you basically convinced her to do it. And then he sat there and basically tried to pin the whole thing on me when in all reality it was on him and her fucking family. And just going home from the bus station when I seen her. And honestly, when I seen her, all I could do was literally just sit there and do everything I mother could to, keep from breaking down in tears and just running up to her and just hugging her and kissing her and not letting her go.
I don't think he's ever learned this to this day, that you shouldn't give ultimatums where the consequence of the person not following through with it is your own happiness. Like, why would you just chalk up your entire relationship to her having a drink, which she obviously wanted to do? She wasn't just sitting there sipping on an alcoholic beverage because of the heck of it. She was getting peer pressured by her family. She wanted to get drunk. It was her 21st birthday. She has that right, Cyraxx. And we all know how Cyraxx is. You do one thing to him one time. We all know Gordon probably got a little angry while he was drunk one night. I mean, who could blame the guy? He's dealing with Cyraxx and Sally. He'd probably be a little angry when he's drinking. Gotta get out of that situation. He's not getting drunk for no reason. And forever since then, Cyraxx has thought he's a crazy drunk who just gets drunk and attacks people, when that's far from the truth. If that was the truth, you wouldn't have a nice home in Florida. You'd be locked up in Florida. Florida's a crazy place where you can get into crazy things. Getting drunk there and getting into wild activities, not a good idea. You won't last long. So, Cyraxx, your theory on the man is completely wrong, and you should have learned your lesson then when you lost your girlfriend. Not thinking of running up to her at a bus stop, crying your eyes out to her. That's really going to impress her. Show her what kind of man you are.
Before the incident with my mom being hit by a car came out, at that point I was looking for a job. You know, I was going for my GED. She was helping me with that. And, you know, I had everything going for me. I had my music career on track. You know, she was supporting me 110% of the time on that. You know, she was very supportive of what I wanted to do with my life. And Mom's like, what? And I'm like, Christina's here. She's like, what? I'm like, yeah, Christina's here. I just seen her walk towards her bus. And like, that's all I could do is just sit there and, you know, and keep from breaking down into tears. Like, it took everything, every ounce of my physical being to not get up out of that motherfucking chair and go over to her and talk to her. We were supposed to go over to her parents' house right after the bowling alley. You know, I was going to talk to her. And, you know, and I was going to pop the question. Even though, you know, I didn't have a ring on hand, you know, I was going to, you know, ask her, you know, to marry me because, you know, like, we were literally, like, we were in love with each other. Like, you know, we had known each other since high school, so, you know, we already knew each other very, very well at that point. So, you know, why not? You know, we were in love with each other and, you know, everything else, so, you know, why not? I'm glad I finally spoke the truth with you guys about what really happened. But y'all, I love you guys, and I will see you guys later on. Probably in the morning.
Cyraxx, he was so close to having the love of his life. If only he didn't toss his entire relationship up in the air because she wanted to have some drinks on her 21st birthday party. And don't you just love to hear when a 30-something-year-old man is dating a 21-year-old girl? Wait a second, it's 5 years ago. He known her since high school. That's some math I don't want to think about, everybody, but you can do it for me. I mean, I did it. I'm just not going to put it out there. But yeah, so he known her since then, and he's like, all right, I'm going to put a ring on it. We have no future, no money coming in, but let's join together and really take this world by storm. Doesn't make sense to me, it shouldn't make sense to anyone else, and if you have a similar idea, maybe step back and reconsider your plans. Hopefully that could help anyone who's in a similar situation. Please, don't ever put yourself in a situation similar to Cyraxx. But I guess that's enough for me today, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, and if you haven't already, leave a sub, and everybody, I'll catch you guys next time.